Welcome back to Purple Collar Life. You guys have been asking for some snow plow videos with the John Deere. So I turned on the snow machine. I'm gonna make it happen here. You'd think the middle of January I would have been ready for snow, but I'm not. I've got to put the power angle plow onto the John Deere, so we'll do that really quick. But lots of snow here in the driveway to plow today, so it's a perfect day to make a snow plow video. Ladies and gentlemen, the world's slowest snow plow. I think it was last year I made a couple of videos about secret uses for windshield washer fluid. The bottom of a garage door is one of those uses. Sometimes when you've got snow against them and you've had freezing rain, what can happen is that door will freeze to the garage, making it hard or impossible to open. And sometimes you could be sitting in the car, hit that garage door opener, think the garage door went up behind you, and back right into it. Ask Mackenzie how I know. But here's a hack. A little bit of this de-icer washer fluid poured along the bottom of the garage door will release that frozen section and make it a lot easier to open the door. I had to do that here in the big building so that we could get the John Deere out. So one of the things I've been worried about is plowing over top of the tar and chip. So what I've done is I've used the Artillian snow plow, and one of the nice things about that plow system on the front end loader is that you can kind of angle the blade up and down. So instead of digging in, you're skimming across. So what I do is I lift the front end loader up a little bit, let the blade tilt forward, so I'm skimming more than digging. And I hope that means I won't dig up the tar and chip. I'm doing my best to leave a little bit of a gap layer in there so that it doesn't hurt that tar and chip surface. We do really like the tar and chip. If you haven't seen that video about how we probably got scammed on the tar and chip driveway, I'll put a link up above. But I'm being very careful, especially since it wasn't done right, to try to protect what is down on the driveway. So right about here in the driveway, 300 feet of it is tar and chip. So let's take a look at that. And you can see what I've done is I've left the blade up a little bit so that I'm not digging down into that tar and chip. You can see some of the chip right there. Probably the shoe on the deck hit that at some point. I did catch a little bit more of it down here at the turn. We'll take a look at that. Hopefully we didn't do too much damage. My main concern is the edges, so I'm not going to make this as wide because I don't want the center of the blade to catch the edge of the tar and chip and really tear it up. So right here you can see on the way back I actually lifted the blade up a little bit because I was afraid I was digging in too much. And I was. Look at all that chip that I was catching. So we'll be really careful in this area. It's really nice and warm in that Curtis heated cab. The last time you saw me moving snow, I was moving about 7 inches with the Toro snowblower. The electric snowblower did much better than I thought it would. Cleared that 300 feet of tar and chip area pretty easily, but I did get pretty cold with all that snow blowing on my face. Not the case today with the Curtis cab. I have the heater on in there. It is toasty. In fact, I was thinking about taking off my jacket while I'm plowing because it's so warm inside the cab. I did want to show you what I was talking about with the Artillian plow system. So you can see I do have the front end loader raised up off the ground. The chain is what's holding the blade in place, and it's angled forward. So the top of it's a little bit more forward than the bottom, which means it's skimming and not digging in. So here's a look at that. You can see I've got the arms up a little bit. The blade's leaning forward just a little bit, so that we are not digging in like a bulldozer. Instead, we're just kind of skimming the top. So we will go ahead and plow down to where the tar and chip starts, and then we will not make that section as wide because, like I said, I don't want to catch the edge. Right here is how I'm controlling the lift of the front end loader. Power angle uses this button right here, so push in, pull this way and this way. Here's the results of that action. That power angle is really nice for plowing. I'm used to getting off the four-wheeler to adjust the angle of the plow. This is much better. We're just going to go nice and slow here in low range until we get to the tar and chip section. We're just going to make it a little bit wider. Chip section starts right about here, so we'll lift up everything. Let this be a little bit more narrow. Too hot, so we'll turn that heater off. Widen the end here just a little bit. Again, we don't want to catch that tar and chip, but we do want to make sure the driveway is wide enough to come in. Lift up a little bit here. See, what happens is the right hand side's a little bit lower, so the center of the blade will catch the edge of that tar and chip, and that's what I don't want to do. So this is what can happen when you get a little bit too close to the edge of a downhill slope. My back end got sucked in. I've been using the rear differential lock in addition to the four-wheel drive to slowly pull myself out, but it feels a little bit sketchy on that slight incline tilted right. So we're gonna do real slow and steady here to try to get out of this ditch that we've put the back end into. It's always a little bit scary when you're tilted like that, but we made it out nice and slow, used the differential lock and four-wheel drive, kept the weight of the front end loader down low so that it wasn't increasing the tip rating on the tractor. Here's that hole we were down in. Always impossible to see on video how much lower that inside tire was. Driveway. Down in the dip. It was really nice to finally get enough snow to plow, and the John Deere didn't disappoint. Nice and warm in that cab. The Artillian articulating power front plow did a great job, and we're all set. It's actually going to warm up here the next few days, so getting that snow off the driveway means less slush and ice as it melts over the next several days. It's still snowing though now, so who knows, maybe the weather guys have it wrong. Maybe we'll get some more snow to play in the future. Thanks for watching. If you found this video informative and entertaining, please give us a big thumbs up down below. Leave those comments, and we'll see you again, hopefully, the next time. So what I've been doing with the Takeuchi, every time I park it in here for a couple days without running it, I go ahead and connect the trickle battery charger just to keep it fully charged here in the winter months, and it seems to be doing great.
Yes.